Giuseppe, it's very good to see you. Afternoon in Italy.
Thank you, and thanks for this interview, for the opportunity.
No, this is fantastic. We were just talking before, and I said that the first time I worked with Acea was 1996. So a long relationship with your fantastic company.
Much earlier than I started in Acea.
So from my point of view, Acea really is one of the most interesting and water and power companies in the world. Can you tell us a little bit about the company?
Yeah, Acea is quite an Italian significant multi-utility, operating all over the country, but mostly concentrated in the center of Italy, and managing several businesses. So Acea is the #1 player in water management in Italy, serving about 11 million of customers. So means more or less 20% of the Italian market, which is definitely the largest operator in water. We basically provide the water services in most of the center of Italy, in the area of Rome and Lazio, in Tuscany, in Umbria, and in the area of Naples. So also taking into account the complex process of the concessions in Italy, we are targeting to grow as much as possible in managing this business, because this business is very much fragmented in Italy, where the first 4 or 5 operators only probably cover less than 40% of the market. Okay. The rest is spread out a huge number of local operators, in most of the cases directly managed by local municipalities. So without a real industrial approach to the management of the business. So now we are targeting to grow in the water business and possibly to enlarge our footprint. Then we are the second operator in Italy for electricity distribution after the incumbent, after Enel, managing the distribution in the city of Rome with 1.7 million of point of connection. Then we are the fourth operator in Italy for the waste management, but the first operator in waste management in the center of Italy, managing something a little bit close to 2 million of tons of waste treated per year. Then we are one of the main player in the sale of commodity in the energy commercial business. We are the sixth operator in Italy, serving 1.4 million of customers. And we are entering and growing quite significantly in the photovoltaic the development, the renewables, where in this moment we manage something close to 200 megawatt, but we are targeting to grow significantly, having a target of 750 megawatt of installed photovoltaic plants in 2024. We just entered in the gas distribution market. We have two concessions, and we are targeting to grow also in that side.
That's fantastic. You've grown tremendously over the last 25 years. It's probably because of my involvement with you guys.
Yes, I really believe that's the key driver for our growth. I say jokes apart, we have been growing significantly, and we are still growing significantly. In the last few years, we have been growing with an EBITDA growth in the area of 10%. We are closing now the 2020 year with most probably with a double-digit growth on EBITDA. So by far the largest growth among all the Italian multi-utilities. So we are performing quite well in the management of the business that we currently manage, and in the growth through mainly through M&A activities in the photovoltaic and in the waste treatment.
No, it's really fantastic. I had a chance to visit you all last January. I think it was January. It could have been February. I visited your facility in Rome. Can you tell us a little bit about your technology development efforts? It's really interesting what you all are doing in terms of new technology, efficiency, customer services.
Absolutely. We are clearly, we have now a plant which has some key drivers of growth. One of the drivers is a strong focus on sustainability development. So we pay a significant attention to the sustainability, taking into account that our business is mostly water business, waste treatment, and renewable development are structurally sustainable, but now we have changed the approach to measure the real impact on the environment. On the other side, we are focusing significantly in the innovation. So we tend to manage all the businesses that we have, paying a significant attention to the innovation. In our plan that we have presented last October, out of an investment plan of 4.3 billion over 5 years, 4.3 billion euro investments over 5 years, more than 600 million are fully dedicated to the innovation, innovation projects.
That's really fantastic. That's amazing. And can you give us a sense of what are the new technologies that you're developing, where you're really focused?
Yeah, we are clearly developing several different projects for innovation, but clearly we are focusing in developing innovation in the management of our traditional businesses. So first of all, if we think to water management and to electricity distribution, in water management we are developing smart meters, because clearly we are transforming our network in which mostly we have installed mechanical meters, and we are substituting these mechanical meters with smart meters, basically using these smart meters to collect all the needed information for the management of the network, and also installing in the aqueducts a significant number of IoT systems, in order to capture all information, in order to develop what we have called a smart water company, a way to manage the pressures in the management of the system, that allows to provide a very high quality service to the customers, but reducing the amount of water needed to provide the same service. This is very important. 3.5 years ago, in Rome, we had a summer which was very complex because there was a scarcity of water, and after 2,000 years, we were in the risk of reducing the provision of the water service to Roman citizens. That's never happened in the history, given the fact that the Romans have developed the first aqueducts in the history of the world. So, and we were able to put in place a certain number of actions in order to avoid this situation in that specific critical situation. But from that moment, we have developed a significant number of new projects that providing the same quality of service to customers, we are progressively reducing the amount of water which is really needed to the city of Rome. Just to give you a sense of this, 3-4 years ago, in average, the city of Rome had a need of water which was 17 cube meters per second. Now that 17 is reduced in something close to 14, which is a significant change. And we are also progressing in reducing the same way. On the other side, clearly we are now putting in place all other actions to increase the availability of water. So in order to cancel the risk of not providing the service. On the other side, on the electricity distribution, we are substituting, on one side, we are substituting the first generation of smart meters with second generation smart meters. And also in the management of the electrical network, we are basically distributing intelligence in order to have a network which is not a passive network which only distributes electricity, but a network which actively manage the amount of electricity which is distributed on a case by case. Just to give you an example, in this period we are still installing the point of recharge for electrical mobility, for e-mobility, and a recharge station for e-mobility is a device which absorbs an incredible amount of electricity. So if you just install in a passive network, you create a situation which could create a fault in the network if there is a strong request of electricity. So now we are distributing intelligence in the network in order to module, in order to change the amount of electricity which is provided to this recharge station, given the amount of consumptions around the station of the citizens, because it's clearly in terms of importance, it's much more important to provide continuity of service to citizens in their house or in their shops, restaurants, and so on, and then to provide the needed amount of electricity to the recharging stations. But in case there is a scarcity of electricity, the first to reduce the provision of electricity has to be the recharge station. So this is something which is improving. So this means that our concentration on innovation is mostly focused on improving the quality of the service that we provide. It's not innovation per se.
That's super interesting. And I imagine the profitability of your company has gone up tremendously when you reduce water use from 17 to 14 cubic meters. That's amazing. I just bought a Tesla, so I'll have to see if I can go visit Rome and try it out.
Yeah.
One other, we'll see. One other question I had for you. Recently you probably saw there was an attempt to poison the water in a city in Florida. And, I remember visiting you all last year, and people explained to me that how Acea makes sure that you all have high water quality by the glass tunnels in the aqueducts with the fish in them. Can you just talk about that a little bit? Because that's a fantastic innovation.
That's really interesting, even if I cannot call it innovation, given the fact that that methodology was discovered by Romans.
It's amazing.
But it's really another interesting. Let's say that in our real life, that it is a real system of control over the quality of water, but it's not the only one. We have also very much developed with new technology systems, and the combination of all these systems allow us to provide to the city of Rome a very high quality water. And probably the city of Rome, in the city of Rome, citizens, we have one of the highest percentage in Italy of citizens drinking directly the water we provide instead of using mineral water in the plastic bottles that we are trying to reduce significantly. So this is a good signal for us. If I'm not wrong, about 65% of our citizens drink directly the water that we provide, and myself. And also I drink the water from the normal tap in my house.
That's fantastic. And just to close out the interview, this is really interesting. And as I said, it's great to see you again. What are your growth plans for the future? You touched on that, but if you could just summarize that a bit, that would be great, because you're really a fantastic, high-performing company, a model for other water companies around the world.
We have, as I was saying before, we have presented our strategic plan end of October, and this plan is from one side in continuity with the previous plan, but from another side is a little bit more challenging than the previous plan, with some updates. So we are, generally speaking, in terms of economics, we are targeting to grow with an EBITDA CAGR of more than 7% per year over the next five years, with investments of 4.3 billion of investments and 400 million of M&A activities, maintaining a stable ratio in terms of leverage in the area of 3 times net debt on EBITDA. This is what we have in the plan. As a very synthetic view of our economic and financial targets. But on the other side, I have to say that in the last 3 years, we always have overperformed the target of our plan. And my target is to continually overperform also this target. So I'm really targeting to grow significantly. It's clear that one of our key drivers of growth is the management of regulated businesses, which are water and electricity distribution. And the key driver for the regulated business is the growth of RAB. So we are targeting now to reach about 6 billion of RAB at the end of the period, which is quite a significant size of assets in our management.
That's phenomenal. Well, listen, I want to thank you very much for taking the time. I know it's late in the afternoon in Rome, and it's wonderful to see you again. And congratulations on your results.
Thank you, and thank you for this interview. I am available whenever you need to have more information or to have more participants. I am glad to work with you. Thanks a lot.
No, thank you so much, and look forward to being able to travel to Rome again soon. So I'll see you soon.
I really hope, and I really hope also to be able to travel to the US next time. But let's see. Situation is on one side slightly improving, but still not safe.
Same here. Same here. Well, listen, thank you so much, Giuseppe, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Thank you very much.